Day number 22, and woo, mm, made it through. Made it through. Yeah, it definitely wasn't easy, but you know what's interesting? It's not because of the lust, it's because of other areas. And what I notice is as you start to overcome this battle, lust and sexual impurity, the devil gonna attack you really harder, really harder in other areas. He is. And that's why I said, whew, for me, because it wasn't even because of the lust. Like the lust was, it was there trying to come at times as usual, but for the last couple of days, it hadn't even really be a battle. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm struggling just to make content for the channel. No, it really hasn't been as hard of a struggle these last 3 days as it was the first 2.5 plus weeks. So that's good. But like I said, also, that just means the devil is going to come in other areas since he can't get that area, which is what you got to look out for, because him attacking you in those other areas is what could lead you to go back to this area, the sexual stuff. So that's just something I noticed because he was attacking me with thoughts today. I was tired just physically, but he was trying to drain me even more, like trying to suck the life of me. So even I went in nature and I literally said a prayer to God. Like I was thinking some negative things and things that weren't right. And I was just like, Lord, take this out of me. Just help me overcome this feeling with your power. And he took it away and I felt better. And I put my pride and selfish feelings and different things aside. And the rest of the day was just a lot smoother, a lot better. Overall, like I said, I had thoughts, like lustful, sexual thoughts try to come like usual, but it was a light battle. It wasn't anything too severe. But overall, like the first half of the day, or pretty much over the first half, to be honest, I would say up until like 6 o'clock, it's kind of tough. Just it was just a battle here, mental battle with the devil, not even with lust, but like I said, just with other areas in my life of anger, unforgiveness, pride, jealousy, stuff like that was starting to hit me. And that's why I said I noticed. I was like, oh shoot. So the devil realizing he hadn't been able to get me in this area as much because I've been truly giving up to God. So he's trying to give me that other area. And see, that's the thing. You got to give those other areas to God too, because I wasn't giving them to God. And I was just, that's why I was struggling so much. But when I said that prayer and truly gave it to him and truly meant it, he helped me and he took it away. And that's not cliche. I'm not exaggerating. And I actually do want to read a verse related to all of this, right? And it comes from John chapter 14, verse 27. And it says, peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. This is Jesus talking. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. We have nothing to be afraid of. We don't have to have our hearts be troubled because we have Christ. We have Christ there in the battle with us, in the midst of this battle with us. Whatever battle you're going through, whether it's sexual sin or other kind of sins, we got Christ in this battle with us, and he's the one who can bring us peace. He's the Prince of Peace, and he leaves that peace with us. It's an open invitation to accept that peace and that joy and that love. But do you want to accept it, or do you want to reject that for the fleeting feeling, for the thing in the moment, the thing that offers you that instant gratification, that instant pleasure, the thing that's going to continue to keep you in that cycle? Do you want that, or do you want Jesus' peace? I'd much rather take Jesus' peace, and I know you would too if you're watching this video, because the battle of just sexual sin in itself, other sins are, but sexual sin in particular, because that's our battle here. Yeah, you're not gonna feel any peace if you don't have Jesus in that battle. Like, it's gonna be a constant wave of urges and different things, and we're gonna have temptations and stuff, but this they'll they'll start to lessen and lessen, not the temptations, but like the urge. You'll be stronger to resist it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Your resistance and tolerance to it will become stronger. And I'm telling you, I'm speaking off of this because that's what I feel now. I can feel it starting to strengthen up, but that's not because of my power, but that's the power of the Spirit. And in the process of that, he's been leaving me with peace in that area. And he wants to in those other areas, but I have to consistently give those areas to him to do so. So he will leave that peace with you. And he wants to give that to you because that's the love. That's the love of Christ. The world is not going to give you that peace. It's not. The world is going to feed your dopamine the wrong things, and your dopamine receptors is going to keep gravitating towards those wrong things. That's why you got to reprogram it. That's why I stress and urge to go out and do new things. Keep yourself busy. Put blockers. Cut off access to certain things. Stop looking and stop lusting after women, not just on the screen, but in real life. Do what you can to control those urges. You have to, because the world is going to grab you tightly. That's what it's trying to do, because it's only getting worse. It's only getting more chaotic. It's only getting more sexualized. It's only getting more demonic. So we need Christ more than ever, because if you don't get him now, if you don't accept him now, then you'll lose the battle and you're going to fall in the cycle, especially with AI coming too. With AI coming, it's going to be able to fulfill all these people's fantasies, but them fulfilling that fantasy is what it is. It's just a fantasy. It's not the reality, and people are going to become void of emotion, and you don't want to be in that cycle as well, because it won't be a good cycle. That cycle could send you to destruction, to Hades itself, but like also it could just make you lost mentally and spiritually and emotionally, to a point where you don't even know who you are anymore. You lose sight of the true you, and people will notice that in you too. So we can't let our hearts be troubled, and we can't do as the world does. The world is not going to give you peace. The world didn't give us peace in terms of resisting this. That's why we're here that's why we're going to Christ, and we're trying to resolve this, because we didn't get peace from the world. The world was trying to hold us back. It was trying to keep us bound into all of its problems, saying it's okay, advertising this, putting this on TV, putting this in the music, putting these influencers on the screen for us because of the influence they have on the masses, and saying, oh, it's okay promoting this message, when no, they've been promoting the wrong message. So don't go with the world. The world is not giving you the peace. It's not giving you peace. Christ is giving you the peace, the real peace, the true peace. And all of these other things will help give you peace, like getting new hobbies, like maybe working out, maybe reading more, staying away from certain videos and watching new content, getting a more productive algorithm. You will find peace in all of that stuff as well. But the main peace comes from God himself. That's where you're going to get the true peace. And I'm going to keep stressing that, because God is the Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. He's going to give you that peace. You just got to believe. And we need peace on this journey, because if our mind is not in a state of peace, then it's in a state of anxiousness and worry and turmoil, and we start to lose faith. And the whole point of this journey is faith, having faith in the one above. But you don't have faith if you continue to go back to the same thing over and over without trying to find a new solution to it. And I want you to get out of this. God wants you to get out of this. I want us to walk on this journey together and be the best versions of ourselves, not just for ourselves, but for our partners, for our friends, and most importantly, for God himself and our family, everybody, literally everybody, but mainly for God himself. And we can do that. We just gotta, as I stress, give it all to him. With God, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible at all. And I'm feeling that peace, and it feels great, and I hope you're feeling it too. And if you just happen to watch this video too, because I know some people they just watch the videos that's the most recent, which I understand. If you're watching this and you fail and you're in the cycle, give it to God. Truly give it to God. I'm telling you, the peace that you can feel by going on this journey is something that you can't feel from anything else in the world. And the world is going to tell you retention is a waste of time. No fap is nonsense. This placebo effect, like all of this nonsense. But it's the truth because we giving it to God and we're doing the right things. We're being pure. We're being pure beings, sexually moral rather than immoral. We're doing what's right in God's eyes rather than trying to appease the things in the world and trying to appease our flesh. And so the reward is great. And this is only day 22 and I'm feeling this way. So just imagine going on longer. So I'm telling you, if you're watching this and you fail, come on this journey with us. If you at this point with me, let's keep going. We got this. We're going to remain strong, but we're going to remain humble too. And we're going to continue to give these problems to God and take it a day at a time. Peace. I love you. Blessings.